hackathons, our own hackathons, social events. Like our first hackathon was Hack for Change, which we did for NGOs in India with iVolunteer to improve their websites. They didn't ask us to come and do it. We said we want to do it. Because we felt that, if they had just even marginally 5% better websites, they'll get better donations, they'll have support more causes, and things will be better. That's what we felt. So we're looking at the larger vision. We're not looking at why should we do it. It's like, why is nobody doing it? And we have the platform to do it. So our platform is focused on improvements of skills. Our platform is focused on improvement of products for companies, which is commercial negotiations with companies, large organizations. That's a different thing. But we have a platform that sits there, which a lot of people enjoy using in terms of, just participating in events, showcasing their talents. This kind of sits in between that, right? There is an opportunity, which is a product or products that help thousands, in fact, billions. In India, 1 billion people get impacted by those digital products. Now it's almost 1 billion people because everybody has to do a COVID registration almost, right?
Okay.
Those kind of use cases really motivate us. And to be very honest, this started off as something that was a tweet by Mr. Anirudh Malpani, and Nishit just tweeted back to him saying that we have this platform and we'll be happy to host some events on that. So this is a pro bono kind of thing. This is not a commercial thing. We are not doing this because we're making any money out of this. We want these government properties to be better because we want the experiences to be better. And we feel that we being UXHack, we have a responsibility more than anything else to do it because nobody else is. In fact, fun fact, in the UK, this whole thing is done by the government itself. The government runs UXHack. The government is focused on that. And we hope, we know for sure that this government and previous governments also, they at least listen. To be very honest, we've had a good response from them. Maybe execution wise, it takes time because of, hassles, this, that, commercial, whatever, XYZ. But our intent is that you as youngsters don't feel disheartened that, this is exactly how it's going. Take an example of Coven. Coven is a very nicely, it's not excellent, but it's pretty decently designed.
Yes.
Even the new IT website done by Infosys, even though it was not necessary, it's pretty decently designed. And that step change in thinking happened because somebody thought something that, this is not good. And then somebody acted on it, right? So this is just a nudge or a push to get people excited about it. You win prize money also. You get to showcase on your portfolio also. This is a real project also. And if government of India or any of these departments come and, and it has happened before. So we did a hackathon on IRCTC as well. And their GM came along. They gave feedback. They said, yes, they took some feedback also. Obviously, execution again is a challenge. So with Mr. Malpani, we said the exact same thing, that nothing is going to come out of it as a, execution point. Like we say, iske baad kya, is meeting ke baad hua kya? Maybe nothing happens, but at least there is this hope that, I can do something. I can create a voice, and maybe somebody does. It has happened before. It has happened with other products also. We are the enabler. We are not here to say, okay, do it. We are not here to ensure that it happens, but at least we create that platform, that space, that you as designers don't feel disheartened that, this is how it's going to be. Only the Swiggies are great websites. They have the best products. No. The government of UK's website, excellent, very well done. So why can't we be there? We have the same kind of, maybe even better talent. Indian talent goes to UK and does the same kind of stuff. So why can't we do it here? That's all that it is. And more than anything else, young designers need that motivation, right? They need projects to work on, live projects to work on. They need that push that, what should I work on? What should I put in? A lot of the people who are signed up are people who are, just doing, just come out of cohort courses from design. They want real products to work on. They want to see, acha, where can I apply this? Where can I get feedback? Where can I get? This is the gap we are trying to fill. And the outcome, if positive, the government looks at it and says, we could do something. It might happen. It may not happen, but it's fine. At least 50 to 60% of what we want is getting done. And that's a good start. Better than nothing. And if you look at the products that are listed, those are high impact products. Those are like almost everyday impact use cases. Bheem may not be because we are using Google Pay, Phone Pay, but why can't Bheem be a Google Pay, Phone Pay? Those are questions worth asking and answering, and so we thought we should.
Okay, so this one more question which which comes up here is that when we are designing the products for the government, right? There's this one particular thing which you have to keep in mind, that the majority of the audience will be the rural class, right? Because if you're like not about the the financial as such, but then if you're going into any products for the agri-tech in the in that environment, the people who have knowledge to use that app will be comparatively less compared to the urban audience.
Yeah.
So designing those kind of products or applications or websites, is it a challenge for the designers to make sure that it gets understood by that segment of people also?
Yeah. So you guys are developing your designer channel, and I came to know from Vamdi also that you're trying to push it. Now,
Yeah.
here's the difference between a product manager and a designer. Very, very clear difference. They enjoy such challenges, which nobody
Okay.
wants to solve, which everybody thinks is more challenging. They enjoy such challenges. So solving for rural India, or solving for Bharat, as they call it these days, is more of a challenge, more exciting, because everyday use cases. So for example, a landing page, I want to redesign LIC's landing page. You get 50,000 free templates. You can just take one and put it. It'll be 10 times better than what exists. So what new have you done? Yeah, what new things have you done? What new things you have done is gone and done user research to understand that no, the existing policy holder is a 60-year-old who does not know how to use a website also. And he may not be rural. Rural is part 2 of that. So how do you then modify this design, this baseline, to then suit this audience? That is the real challenge, and designers, true designers, really enjoy that challenge, and that is how they get better jobs. So one important aspect of these challenges also is they create case studies on portfolios, right? And if you have a thing that solves for 1 billion people, and then even if it's solving, say, a 5% problem, 5% audience problem, it is a huge impact problem. Because if you are able to solve for that 5%, say you're able to solve the problem of, say, Tamil people, right? The accessibility is poor because that language is not being rendered, whatever XYZ, it could be anything. It need not be just visuals. That able to say that in an interview, able to put that across as a case study, is a big win for such designers. The ones who are really good, right?
Okay.
The visual ones who just acha theek hai hum aise karke just a template chada denge, they will say why should I do it? It's nothing exciting. But really, if you have a look at, say, the IT returns portal, right? If you just think from a design thinking perspective, just go not from a visuals. It is a very, very complicated thing created by the IT, and it's not just in India. Okay, so it's not an India problem. You go to the US, the IT returns there is equally complicated. There's a huge company called Intuit, if you may be aware, that just runs it. I don't know how much percentage of revenue just because they solve that website better. There is a free government website, but there is a corporate. Clear Tax in India is a kind of analogy to that, but Clear Tax is better off. Intuit has a brilliant website which does commercial operations on top of a government website, just by enhancing the experience of it. So these are exciting use cases if you think of it that way. And these problems, as you're saying, this is just one problem that they may not be aware. Then that is where user research comes in. That is where you actually try and speak to people who use these websites or want to use these websites. This is another problem. People want to and they don't know how to use. Like I in fact, the problem emerged because my co-founder said, "Acha, theek hai, Akshay, I have an LIC policy, and I don't know where do I access it." I said, "What? What do you mean? What do you mean by where? You are a co-founder of a digital product. You don't know where it is." It's not just a problem of the rural. It's also, in terms of digital services in the government, a problem of the masses. Because they have been thought of, "Acha, theek hai, hum karke ek baseline bana denge." Nothing against them. They're just starting out, right? Look at our digital product. Look at a Flipkart in 2015 and look at a Flipkart today, 2020. Just from the basic design and engineering, just basics, not the visual. The step change has happened over these years. India has just started. So digital products obviously will be backwards. And the real challenges are in these products, not the products that have already kind of, okay, we are now trying to get 5% open rate to 10% open rate. Din pa din, that's exciting for a few people. But these are the big challenges to really solve. And I'm sure designers who really enjoy, hard problems to solve, they'll enjoy these problems to solve.
Okay, nice. So Akshay, as you told, like you have some common questions regarding this hackathon.
Yeah. Can I share my screen? Do I have that option?
Yeah. 1 second. I'll make you as the co-host.
Yeah. Okay. So because that will be easier for me, I'll be able to just show people what people. How much time do we have? We have about I'll just quickly 5 minutes. I'll just quickly run through it. So to anybody who just logs in, what is this whole thing about? We are running a hackathon, as she mentioned, and everybody here kind of maybe aware. We are running a hackathon to help the government improve their digital assets. The government hasn't tied up with us. They are not hosting this, but Malpani Ventures has kindly said that we're giving a grant of 1 lakh, distribute it as you want amongst the winners, and we want to see some good ideas come. Just good ideas, good designs come. So we thought about good products that are high impact products that people will relate to. So we picked 4 products, which are Beam, IT returns, GST portal, and LIC. All are in the news or are very, very high use case products, right? For different reasons, right? And the common questions that people tend to have is that, Acha, how do I submit? Very, very simplistic question, but most new people, because I'm assuming new people will have those questions. How do I submit? What is the format? I'll just run you quickly through that. So if you go to the details page, once you're logged in, so this is the logged out view, you have to register. Once you logged in, what you'll see is such a page where you will see the problem statement with a start submission, right?
Okay.
Very simple. Go there and you have a challenge page dedicated for each of these challenges, right? And there you have a submission window. Go ahead. You can type out your solutions. You can put a PDF. For design specific problems like this Beam one is a design one, we expect at least a Figma link, or it can be even a keynote. It can be anything, a way to express your design. But the competition will be tougher in this. So Figma, Adobe XD, those kind of links we are expecting here. Attach your solution here. You'll see the deadline, timeline, etc. Just submit. And the best part, you can keep submitting again and again till the deadline. So just one suggestion, start your submissions now, keep it in draft, just in case, the last day some, issue happens. I hope it doesn't, fingers crossed. We kept the redundancies there. But just keep your submissions going, and that's it. For each of them, in case you want to participate in multiple ones, you can go ahead and submit for each of them. But if you just want to do one, we can do that as well. The prize money is allocated 20,000 each for the winners for each of these problem statements. So for each problem statement, it's like a 25K pool, right? 20,000 for the winner, 5,000 for the second, and third we are giving our own digital asset as a third prize winner. After this, the deadline is 21st, Monday. We are most likely not going to, looking at the responses pretty good, so we are not going to extend the deadline. So don't expect an extension. We are short on time in terms of when the final demo day is going to happen. So we have to evaluate those submissions. Don't expect an extension. It's pretty lenient. It's been 1 week plus. So 10 p.m. on 31st, Monday, right? Once that happens, we'll go through those submissions and we'll put up a shortlist. Basically, those shortlists are kind of winners, but they will have to then do a demo day on the 27th. And this is so on the 27th, we have a demo day, right? 24th, we announce the shortlist. The demo day is basically you come and present and pitch your ideas to the jury. The jury is obviously Mr. Malpani will be there because he's kind of funding the event. I'll just unblock. Sorry about this. Mr. Malpani will be there, but there'll also be Amit Ranjan, who is the architect, so to speak, of DigiLocker. You guys must have heard of DigiLocker. Also SlideShare, very small company that he kind of sold. And Rustin, who's a close friend, but also head of corporate strategy at Policy Bazaar in products also. So they will be, we have one more jury members, not confirmed. If she comes in, we'll add her as well. They'll be judging you, they'll be giving you feedback, and then we'll be selecting the winner on the 27th itself and announce the winner. That's pretty much it. Apart from these questions that people tend to have is there a limit on size, etc. There are no such limits. But the smaller the better, because the faster we can decide whether you are making the cut or not, right? Also, if you add Notion links, Figma links, make sure there are no edits after the submission. In case we find any edits done after the submission window, you're straight disqualified. We are not going to ask you whether you changed or not. We're just going to assume that you did it. And that's pretty much it. So in case you are submitting...
So actually, sorry to interrupt you. So is there any tab in the website where all the TNCs are mentioned?
Yes, all of this are here at the bottom. So all FAQs, nobody reads it. That's why we are doing the Q&A. Nobody goes here. These are the common questions which you already answered. But no problem. I mean, everybody's short on time, so we understand it. Everything is there. We have also a nice forum where you can ask your queries, etc. And also, I'll be on the Slack today and tomorrow also this week on your Slack, creators of product. But you can go over to forum.uxhack.co and get your questions answered. We are engaging here. We are adding some nice resources also in case you want, how to do a UX audit, what is design thinking for the absolute freshers to design. You also added some resources which you can check out, right? And also I'll be on the Slack, so in case you have any questions, I'd love to engage this channel more, see a little bit more engagement there. Do drop in your questions, DMs, please put them in, and we are happy to answer them anytime. Also, contact@UXHack in case you have any doubts. That's pretty much it. I mean, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But the questions, the problems are quite challenging. So if you come out with, the best part is, for people who are doing this the first time, don't just look at it as, I'm not going to win. It's not about your winning, it's about your learning, right? So once you submit, you'll realize that, okay, this is my first step. What more can I do? So what more can I do part you see when you see the winner's submissions, right? So when you see them, you'll realize, Acha, this is something more that I could do for maybe the next hackathon or my next case study. Don't look at this as just an event, look at it as a case study that you can use in your portfolio. That will be a better way to approach it if this is your first step. That said, in case you want to see how generally people submit on a platform, if you go to any of our challenges, right? So we have about 50, 60 plus challenges on Cred, Figma, conversational UX. You can just go there, and there you can see free solutions, which will give you an access to how people generally submit, right? What is the expected format? There's no expectation as such. It's a white canvas which you can fill it nicely. But if in case you need a little bit help, you can go and have a look there. There are 50 plus free solutions which you can check out, and that will also give you guidance in terms of how do I submit, what do I submit. That is generally a question. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 21st is the deadline. That's the most important.
Sure.
And no extension.
So Akshay, we have Megha with us here. Okay, she left.
Hi Megha.
Oh, she left.
No problem.
Okay, then Akshay, so if that's all about it, then I can stop the recording.
Yeah.
I'll inform Utkarsh to share the recording in my YouTube channel and wherever possible.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
Sure then. Have
Thanks,
a good
man. Yeah, to you too. Bye. Bye.